A very good morning to you all. I'm Dr.N.Rajasree, Assistant Professor of Economics, Pingil Government College for Women, Vadapalli, Warangal. In today's class, you're going to learn about the causes for low productivity in agriculture sector. So before that, what is the importance of agriculture sector? Agriculture sector occupies an important place by providing the basic necessary food and the non-food products for general and also for the raw materials for the industrial development, both in developed and also in developing nations. So here agriculture sector contributes to the economy in three ways. That is, it provides food grains to the people and the raw materials to the industrial sector, and this is called as product contribution. Okay, first it provides the food grains to the people and also the raw materials to the industrial sector. Take the example of sugar cane. Okay, so from agriculture sector it supplies, agriculture sector supplies sugar cane to the industrial sector. So with that we get the sugar. So here the raw materials it supplies. Then developed agriculture sector can transfer the labor and the capital also to the industrial sector. Okay. Then agriculture sector it supplies its products to both the domestic and also foreign markets. Okay. So try to remember the agriculture sector. It's very like what is the importance of that, because 70% of our population in Indian economy depends only on the agriculture sector. Okay. So it contributes in national income and also in employment opportunities, because in rural areas, mostly high proportion of population is engaged in agriculture sector only. Then it provides the raw materials and the market for the industrial products. You can remember the capital formation also takes place, the provision of food security and poverty also with that we can reduce. Okay. So next we can see the causes for low productivity in Indian agriculture. That is, there are the general causes. What are the three causes are there? General, institutional and technical causes. The first one is social environment. In general causes, you have the social environment. The social environment of the villages, it is a very obstacle in agriculture development, because majority of the Indian farmers are illiterates and also they are superstitious and the conservative and the non-responsive to the new agricultural techniques. Okay, because of this they are superstitious. Some people, they are very much superstitious and they are illiterates and they are what is that, they will not change their attitude, they are stick up to that. Okay, they don't want to leave that the sector. Why? Because on hereditary base they'll get the ideas, because my grandfather has used this land, and they will not go for the sale also, because they'll have in their mind. Got it? So the social environment of the village is a very obstacle in agricultural development. If we explain also, they'll not listen only, because they'll keeping in their mind that whatever they want to do now, they'll do that. No, nothing, they'll not remember. They will not at all obey to the words. So the Indian farmers, they use their resources, whatever they have, efficiently. They want to utilize the resources. And the next you can see the population pressure on land. Population pressure is heavy on the land. The non-agriculture sectors are unable to absorb the total workers. Okay, so that the pressure on land is increasing continuously. Okay, if you see in 2011, out of 349 million rural working population and 263 million workers are employed in agriculture sector only. So you can remember the increasing population is also a cause on land, because subdivision and the fragmentation of holding is taking place. Productivity in small and uneconomic land holdings is there in this. Why? Because yeah, subdivision and the fragmentation because of pressure on population. Now there is subdivision and the fragmentation. Suppose if they have the great grandfather's property is there and the father's property, 10 acres of land if they have. Again, if they have the children, it is again divided and subdivided. So if that take place, if they come to this situation to the present, they'll get very uneconomic holding will be there. So in that uneconomic holding, they cannot they cannot use the techniques also to cultivate the land. Okay, that is one cause. Because of pressure on population, because of subdivision of land, fragmentation, that is also one cause. First we said about the social environment, about the illiterates and also superstitious, and they are conservative to the new agricultural techniques. Then the land degradation, that is nearly half of the country's land is degraded. Okay, that is 43% of the land suffers from high degradation only, which results in 33 to 67% yield loss. 5% of the land is so damaged that it is not at all useful. So if that is the case, they cannot increase their production. Soil degradation is a major factor for low agricultural productivity. They cannot increase the production in the agricultural sector. So this is also one cause. Then the next we can see inadequate infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Infrastructure is the development of transport, irrigation, power, electricity, okay, power, electricity, and banking. All these are called as infrastructure. So if there is inadequate infrastructure, they cannot, because the production is there in agriculture sector, but they are not bringing that product to the market. If they are not bringing the product to the market, there is no sale. They cannot sell the product outside. Got it? So if proper, during rainy season, you can remember, kacha roads will be there. So in kacha roads, they cannot uh, uh, bring the products to the market. So that is inadequate infrastructure, because if the infrastructure facilities, if the roads and other things are developed, they will not have any problem. They can bring the products directly to the market. So try to remember, these are the general causes for low productivity. Why there is low production in agricultural sector? So remember, social environment, population pressure on the land degradation, inadequate infrastructure. These are the general causes. And the next we'll see institutional causes. What are these institutional causes? So in this institutional causes, you can remember land tenure system. What is this land tenure system? So here, before that, zamindari system was there. It was highly exploitive zamindari system. It was drained out the capacity. And also the farmers, they used to increase the production and the productivity, no doubt. But rent, they used to collect high rates of rents. The people, they are not in a position to pay the rents during those period. Okay, during that zamindari system, they used to collect the rents from the farmers. 1/6 of the produce they used to pay in the form of taxes only to the people. So here, that is also one cause. Whatever they are getting the produce, if they are paying to the people, then they'll not use that amount for the reinvestment purpose. There is no chance. So the land tenure system is also because of regulation of rent, security of tenure, ownership rights for the tenants. They did not change the position of the tenants better. Still they are under. That's because of this reason also we can say that they cannot increase, because whatever they are getting the amount of the income, they are paying to the landlords only. They are paying to the zamindars only. So if they are if they make any improvements on the land, if the government announces na, then they'll make some improvements and they'll if they get the ownership rights, then they can increase the productivity. But here there is no chance only here in this, because they cannot. This is also, we can say that, one institutional cause. Then the size of holding is also one of the cause. The average size of land holding in India is very low. Because when the size of the land holding is very low, they cannot increase, cannot use the machinery things to increase the production. So here the cultivation on them only, it's on labor intensive techniques. The scientific cultivation with improved implements, seeds, may not be possible. They cannot use that. There is no chance. Only just a bit of land is there. So in that, because of fragmentation, the lands have become uh, divided and subdivided. So if the lands are divided and subdivided, what happens? They cannot use a new techniques and they cannot increase the production. Got it? So here, due to uneconomical land holdings, it is also not possible to increase the production. Then the next is lack of entrepreneurship. What is this entrepreneurship? Entrepreneur is one and soul. He is responsible for how much he has to use the land, and how many people of labor he requires, and capital, how much he has to invest. Everything the entrepreneur will plan. Okay, if there is no that entrepreneurship, then it is not possible for them to increase the production. A person must be there. Okay, because entrepreneurship is whole and soul responsibility is vested on that person. Got it? So here in developed countries, we have this entrepreneurship, but here in our Indian economy, we don't have that entrepreneurship. Somebody must be there to guide what to do, how to do, and what type of things we have to use, how we have to increase the production. Okay, then the production, there is a chance to increase the production. In developed countries, they have that, but here in our economy, it is not possible. Next one, deficiency of investment. What is this investment? That is, a person, in order to increase the production, he has to invest some capital amount. Okay, this is also another problem. Why? Because the Central Statistical Organization does not consider the investment as an essential component of rural infrastructure. Okay, here we can say that electrification, the development of roads, investment in storages and telecommunications, these are all excluded from that. So here, if there is proper investment, then what happens? They can develop the sectors. If they have proper investment, for what? For buying the seeds or for buying the fertilizers, they have to spend some amount. Okay, so if the production is good, they can use, they'll get the income. With that, they can use that amount for next crop. So we can take that bad land tenure system, the size of holdings, uneconomic holdings. Okay, the lack of entrepreneurship, deficiency of investment, these are all the causes, institutional causes we call, because these causes, it explains for how there is very low production in agriculture sector. So to develop the agriculture sector, proper investment, capital investment must be there, and also a person must be there to undertake, must explain what to do and how to do that. Then next we can see the technical causes. What are these technical causes? The poor techniques of production. You know about that? Poor techniques. If they are not using high yielding variety of seeds, if they are not using the fertilizers, Okay. So if they are using the outdated methods, then the production will not increase. Got it? Most of the Indian farmers are using outdated before. Now there is an awareness. They are using the hydling seeds and fertilizers during 1965. One what is that strategy? New agriculture strategy has implemented by MS Swaminathan, the hydling variety of seeds. Before that, we used to import the food grains from other countries at anonymous rates. We used to import. Got it? But now we are using those seeds, and if the that is poor techniques of production, that is proper utilization is not there, then it is also leads to low production of agriculture sector. Then inadequate irrigation. You know about that irrigation facilities is a must. Okay. Among the various inputs we can take that, the most important is irrigation, to which the modern agricultural technology is closely tied up with that. So this is also important for low productivity factor. Then environmental factors, and when there is a severe soil erosion or the degradation due to heavy rains or the floods and the deforestation, waterlogging, improper drainage, the groundwater depletion, drought and the global warming, reckless use of fertilizers, pollution of soil, water, and air are also contributing to low productivity in agriculture. So, you know about all this environmental things. So, these are all factors which cause for the low productivity in our sector. So, try to remember what are the general causes, then what are institutional causes, then what are the technical causes. So, these are very important for low productivity in agricultural sector. Thank you. Thank you very much.